everybody. Today's video is going to be a haul of all the things I picked up on my husband and I's 1-year anniversary trip to Walt Disney World. Now, since we're pass holders, we go quite often, so it's not like we're buying a bunch of stuff from the parks every time we go, because it's not like we need souvenirs to remember our trip because we go so often. So we don't really buy a lot of stuff, but because it was our anniversary, we did treat ourselves to a few things. And we also went to the Disney Character Warehouse, and that's pretty much Disney's like outlet store where they send all of the products that they sell in the parks that like they have too much of or don't sell very well. They send it to the Character Warehouse. It's about 10 minutes outside of Walt Disney World, and it's on Vineland. There's two of them, and they're both at premium outlet malls. The one on Vineland is better, in my opinion. It's usually more organized. In the past it's been less crowded, but when we went it was insane. But yeah, when we went this time, there was over an hour wait to get into the outlet store because so many people knew about it. I don't know if it was just because it's peak season, because there seemed to be a lot of like foreigners, like people from Britain and Germany. There seemed to be a lot of people from Europe at Walt Disney World this time of year. I don't know if they get some kind of special deal or not. But yeah, it was very busy, and usually it's busy, but like there's never a wait to get in the store. Usually it's just a wait to get in line to buy our stuff. So it was very overwhelming, but it was worth it because we got a lot of good things. And we also picked up just a couple items like from the resorts and the parks that were full price, just kind of as like a treat yourself anniversary gift. So I'm going to get started with the stuff that I got from the resorts. For our honeymoon, we stayed at the Wilderness Lodge last year. It's my husband and I's favorite resort of Disney's. It is just the absolute best. It's so beautiful. It's totally our style, and it just feels like home. And last year I got a shirt during our honeymoon. That was a Wilderness Lodge shirt, but this time I saw that they had this design, and this little totem pole is like my favorite little design that the lodge has. I think it's so cute. It's got Humphrey the Bear, Donald Duck, Goofy, and Mickey Mouse. And it's very nostalgic for me because I grew up going to this resort a lot, and I always would take my picture in front of the totem pole that they have at their gift shop. So I knew I had to get this, and this is actually a little boy's shirt, and I just got a size extra large, and it fits perfectly. If anything, it's a little loose. But I knew I had to get this, and my husband was just like, you have to buy that. So it was around $25, but I got a 20% discount with my annual pass. So that was one thing that I got. This trip we ended up staying at the cabins at Fort Wilderness. It's been something we've been dying to do ever since we've been married. And it was just the perfect thing to do for our anniversary because it was right next to the Wilderness Lodge. We could travel back and forth so easily, and it was just so relaxing and so different from any of our other Disney trips. And I grew up going to Fort Wilderness. My family and I always camped when we went to Disney because it was the most affordable for a big family. And so it was just so nostalgic and so much fun to be there with my husband, staying in the cabins. And so I picked up this shirt from Fort Wilderness. It says, "I'd rather be camping, Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground." And it's just got Goofy, Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, and then Chip and Dale down here. And they're on a little campsite. And this is also a little boy's shirt, and this is the size large. This is the biggest one that they had. This one was $20, so it was $5 cheaper than the Wilderness Lodge one for some reason. I don't know what the method is in that madness, but it was cheaper with my 20% discount. Those are the only two things that I ended up paying full price for. I didn't buy anything from the parks. My husband and I did buy a lot of pins because we were pin trading like crazy, but I'm not going to show the pins in this video because it's just too difficult for me to remember which ones we bought and which ones we traded, because we have such a large collection. If you'd like to see a video on our pin collection, let me know. But I'm going to get into the things that we bought from the outlet right now. Okay, so a really big thing that people go crazy for when they are at the outlet is any mini ears. And they had this big bin really close to the checkout, and they had all of these variety of ears in there. When I looked, they only had one kind. It was a pair that I already owned and paid full price for, unfortunately, so I was kind of pissed. But like every half hour or so, they would dump like a big box of like this big variety of ears. And every time I would miss it, I'd be like at the other end of the store or I'd be in line, and every time, by the time I got to that big bin, all the pairs that I wanted were gone. Like everybody had snatched them up. It was like Black Friday on steroids. It was literally like they were vultures, like digging after these ears, which I understand because they're $5 at the outlet, and in the park they're $28 without any discounts, so it's pretty ridiculous. But I managed to get 2 pairs. There was a pair that they had that I really, really wanted to get, but like time was running out. I had already been in the store for an hour, and my husband and I were just ready to get out of the madness, so I had to leave empty-handed. But I did get 2 pairs. The first pair I got is this little Mouseketeer like hat, so it's not really a pair of mini ears, but it has a little like mini hat on the side. I grew up watching the Mickey Mouse Club. Every night without fault I would have to watch the Mickey Mouse Club when I was little, and so this is very nostalgic of that like time era. When I saw these in the parks and in Disney Springs, I thought they were so cute, but it's something I would never pay full price for. But I think they are so cute, and I'm really happy that I was able to snatch it. A very kind lady actually had these in her hand, and she had decided against them, and so she kindly asked if anybody was wanting a pair of these, and I kind of like raised my hand very shyly, and she gave them to me. So I was very, very happy and very lucky to get these because there were not any left. And the next pair I got were these, I think they're called the Imagination Pink ears. These came out only in June, like around my birthday. The last time my husband and I were there, these actually were released. So these have not been out for very long, so I'm assuming they weren't very successful. And again, they're not anything I would buy full price, but they were the only kind that I could get my hands on besides those, so I figured I should buy them. I definitely have a lot of outfits that these would go with. So yeah, I think I'm going to get pretty good use out of these. They are tighter than the newer ones. The newer ears that they're releasing right now are more comfortable, and these are the older like bands, so it's a bit tighter, but that's not really a big deal for the price. And yeah, I think they're a really good deal. For $5, you can't really pass it up. Okay, so the Haunted Mansion is one of my husband and I's favorite rides at Disney of all time, and they recently kind of discontinued all of the merch that they have for that ride and replaced it with all like new stuff for the 50th anniversary. So all of the old stuff ended up going to the outlet, and my husband and I took advantage and picked up everything that we wanted. The first thing we picked up, and actually the first thing I put in our basket, was this mug, and it has all of the characters from the ride on it, kind of in the sequence you would see them in the ride. And it's a really cute design, really cute like art style. And we've had our eye on this mug for a while actually, and it was originally $17 in the park, and we got it for $6 at the outlet, so this was a steal of a deal. The next mug we got, I wasn't really sure about, but my husband really wanted it, and it was only $6, and it's this like very immaculate mug, and it's Haunted Mansion themed. It says Haunted Mansion, and it has HM on the back, and it's very like fancy looking, and we definitely won't drink out of this. It'll probably just be a decor piece around Halloween time, but my husband really loved the look of this, so we picked it up. It was originally $23 and we got it for $6. The last mug we got was one that I wanted as soon as it came out, and it has the 3 hitchhiking ghosts on it that you see at the very end of the ride. This says 3 thumbs up, and I love the art design that they have them in, and then on the back it just says Haunted Mansion. And it's like a tumbler, so we can take it to go, which I thought was great. This was originally $20 and we got it for $8. And then we got, this is a little like funny kind of thing. It's this little like doom buggy, which is the ride vehicle that you ride in when you ride the Haunted Mansion. And if you push this button,
there's no turning back now.
It just has like the 3 hitchhiking ghosts, and they kind of light up, and it has quotes and narration from the ride, as if you're like on the ride. And this was something we saw in the parks and always thought was really fun, but we would never buy. because it was $20, and we literally paid $2 for it at the outlet, which is insane. So we like had to pick it up because it's just such a fun thing to have, especially around Halloween time. And the last thing we picked up, it's funny, I actually saw this in the parks, in the Haunted Mansion gift shop. And I was looking at it and I was like, you know, if this were at the outlet, I would totally buy it because it's really cool. And then we went to the outlet the next day and it was there. So sometimes you'll find things at the outlet that they are still selling in the parks, which is kind of weird and insane, but it happens all the time. So yeah, it's this pillow that says Haunted Mansion on it. It's a really cool design. And then on the back it has all the characters and the cast members in their little outfits and just like little bits from the ride. And I thought it was really cute and it'd be a perfect Halloween decoration, and so we just put it on our bed and it looks great. And I think we took the tag off. I think this was like $7 or $8 and it was originally like $25 or something like that. So a really great deal. And yeah, that is everything that I can think of besides the pins that I picked up from Walt Disney World. It was not very much stuff, and a lot of it was very cheap, as you can tell. But yeah, I had so much fun on this trip. If you want any tips on how to get the most out of your Disney trips, let me know. Another thing, I don't want you to be worried or scared that like I'm only going to do Disney videos from now on, because that is not the case. It's just something that I like to sprinkle in my channel throughout because it is such a big part of my life. But I am by no means turning into a like Disney only YouTube channel. But yeah, with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think, and I hope you all are having a wonderful week.